Hello everyone, I hope you're all ready for the third final of the second day here at the European Championships of 2024 in Győr, Hungary. We're halfway through this exciting day where we get to see all the formats of the European Championship play out in this final halt. We're finished already. We've got 3 more to go. My name is Martina Lucic. I'm your commentator for this 2024 European Championships here in Hungary. Mixed team events are done for the juniors now with this morning, and the winners are all up on the Instagram page of European Shooting Confederation, as well as the winner for the air pistol men junior event, which was absolutely crazy. You can go and find it all on the European Shooting Confederation web page as well. And yeah, you could look at the broadcast on the YouTube channel to see how it went, because it was really, really good today. And I'm sure the young women over here are going to give us even more. To wrap up the individual competition for today, young ladies are already in their positions in preparation and sighting shots before going into the real deal, the finals. After this, we have the ESC Challenge, the trio competition, where we'll see teams fighting in the finals for the place on the podium. But let's meet our athletes. We had Christina Agulu yesterday in the mixed team event against Azerbaijan. She lost the match, but here she is again trying out for an individual competition. She's only 14. She's definitely the youngest of all the 8 ladies here. 16-year-old from Ukraine, Olga Lepska. She's debuting. This is her first time ever at the European Championship. She is a national champion of Ukraine. And I guess that's no surprise. Another national champion, Tugba Buruk of Turkey. She was 45th in Seoul at the Junior World Cup. Now she's here in the finals. She knows how to win a final, at least at the national championship. We'll see how it works for her here at the European Championship. 19-year-old Alessandra Fait of Italy. She's gone home with a medal from the last 3 European Championships. In Osijek in 2021, she won a gold medal with her team. In Hamar, she won a silver medal with her team and a bronze medal in the mixed team event. And in Tallinn, she won a silver medal with her team and a gold in the mixed team event. So she's opting for her first individual European Championship medal. And this is 20-year-old Olivia Domsic of Hungary, European Championships of Wroclaw, bronze medalist in the team event. That was in 2022. Then we have yesterday's mixed team gold medalist with Georgi Mumlazade against Germany, the 20-year-old Miriami Prodiashvili. She won the silver at Russia in the beginning of this year. She's got 2 European Championship medals so far. And she's opting, actually now 3 with the gold of yesterday. She's opting for her 4th. Victoria Sindlerova of Czech Republic, the 18-year-old, is debuting over here. She's never been at the European Championship so far. So we have a couple of debuters over here once again.
On position B with a qualification score of 566 points, representing the Ukraine. She is a national champion, and so also this final is her biggest success ever. She is tuned.
So we're getting to know the athletes a little bit better, to know what's going on. And this is, last but not least, on position H is going to be Manja Slak of Slovenia. She was 4th in Tallinn last year. She came back to redeem herself potentially in this final. That was almost a position on the medal podium, but we will see. We've met the athletes. It's time for the audience to meet the athletes as well, and then we go into the finals. 574 was the highest score. That was Mariami Prodiashvili. 564 was needed to jump into the finals. In the men's finals, last one to jump into the finals was Ivan Rakitsky, who ended up being the European champion. It was his debut. The 17-year-old definitely came in and surprised everybody. But I have to say, it's not such a big surprise. His grandmother was an Olympic medalist. His grandfather won many national championships. So, yeah, there's always a line there in the family, I guess, that gets you into the sport and can kind of help out. So we'll see what happens with these ladies over here, debuting in their first time. Maybe some of them are gonna end up on the podium, and that would be pretty amazing. That's a nice way to debut your way into a big competition, such as this one over here. Here's the technical delegate from France, Mrs. Ghislaine Briez, and she's right next to the chairman of jury, Mr. Robert Ferenčak of Slovenia. I think everybody is pretty pleased how the competition is going over here, and the organization is very well, and we can see with the results that everything is going pretty well. The men started off a little bit rocky here and there, but by the end the results were super high, the tens were super high, and we really saw what the juniors are capable to do in the finals, just as much as the seniors. As I already mentioned, 41 countries are gathered here in Hungary, and we have some quota places coming up as well in the seniors category, of course, but we'll have to wait a couple of days before we find out the European Championships quota place winner, so stick with us for that. But now, some of these ladies already know they're on the podium. Teams win their place on account of the qualification. So in the teams, Georgia won a gold, Italy won a silver, and Germany won the bronze medal in this event. And don't confuse those with the ESC Challenge coming up, the trio event for the junior rifle events, where teams will be in the finals fighting together, one team against another in a bronze and a gold medal match, much like in the mixed team event. So stick with us for that. We still have 2 more finals after this one. Now, finally, the athletes have been presented to the audience over here. As you can see, again, another full house for the ladies. It's always a big thing for the juniors, and I'm sure nerves are kicking in, and heartbeats are getting stronger and faster as we're moving towards the first series of 5. So 2 series of 5 shots followed by single shots where after each 2 the lowest ranking finalist wins his place in the finals and leaves the rest to battle out for the 3 top positions, the 3 that will end up on the podium. Now, when the clock strikes 4, we're gonna start. Here's the coach of Turkey, Mrs. Polat. The coaches are here, and their function is just to show support for their athletes. It's not like they can do much in the sense of what they can do in the mixed team event, where they can call for a timeout. Here's Philip from Switzerland, our SEALs technician, the main one in this competition. He's right next to the chief range officer, so you know his job is really important. And the chief range officer calls for a start. Here he is in the middle, Christian Bali of France, next to Philip, our announcer. All right, Let's see what the ladies are going to show us today. Pretty well for Fate to start with a 10.5. Agule out into a slim 9, but not to worry. It's only the first shot, and the ranking is going to change much more as we go down the road. We're seeing some good 10s over here from Manja Slak. Dom sits as well. And a couple of those thinner ones. You don't want to get out of the circle of a 9, which just happened to Bugur. But at the same time, if it's happening to everybody, that means it's not going to be such a big problem going on, especially going on into the single shots, because everybody's result is going to be a little bit lower if everybody tends to have these 9s and 8s happening. So I think 1 in the junior competition is not such a big deal. You can move on from it. It's just a question of being able to come back after a shot that you don't feel like it's very good, and this is what seniors kind of perfect in their own careers in time. So we can definitely see that the juniors struggle a little bit more with that, especially the pistol juniors, because when your hand is shaking and you're holding on to that pistol, holding on for dear life in the finals, yeah, it can be a pretty tense situation. I can see them from the front. So the trigger pull is half a kilo. And they have to pull on the trigger nicely and evenly, but firmly. And it's a true combination to do all that. Prodiashvili, the 20-year-old, already with a nice mixed team gold of yesterday. Today she won a gold with her team. She's going home already with 2 golds from this European Championship. Maybe that gives her a little wind in her back to help her out in this one. And she does look pretty calm, and she does look pretty collected. She's got 3 10s already. She's at the top of the rank. Agule wrapping up with a slim 10. She started off outside of the 10, definitely on the cusp of the 9 over there, and came into the 10. Couple of slim 10s, but just enough to put herself in the middle of the rank somewhere. Here's the whole Slovenian team behind Prodiashvili, counting on Slak, who is currently in the 2nd position, and now jumped to the first one as Prodiashvili out into a 9.1. 0.6 of a difference between Slak and Prodiashvili, which is a nice difference. As I already mentioned, Slak was 4th in Tallinn last year. She was so close to the podium. Here she is. And it might be just a bit of a pressure to come in. It looks like she's taking some breaths between this series and the next one to get ready and get into it with a calm mind. And that's what everybody would use right now, could use right now. Okay. First series of 5 is done. We're ready for the 2nd series of 5 to see what happens. To be honest, Slack has the biggest round of the first 5, and not just that she has the biggest round, she also has the biggest round of the men's event as well. Olga Lepska, she's on position B. She got a green card for safety. It's not the first time at this European Championship, and the juries do tend to go a little bit easier on the juniors, but sometimes they need to be warned, as safety is one of the biggest things here in shooting sport. Here she is. Now we're seeing some better results. Here and there an 8, but we're seeing some strong 10s as well from Agule, Bugur, and Slak. Slak holding the lead. Then it's the 14-year-old Agule. Then we have Domsitz hitting a 10.6. She's over there in the 5th position. She's in her on her home ground. And that, you never know, that might be helpful, or it might be a little bit harder to overcome, but nevertheless, we are gonna see. Slack shoots a 10.9. It seemed to me that the pistol went down just as she pulled the trigger, but many weird things happen in the finals. You can't really know every time what the shot is going to be. Sometimes you make 2 mistakes and they kind of cancel each other out, and you get lucky and end up in the 10. And sometimes it was just a really nice trigger pull. Stable and collected enough to find themselves in the center of the target, even though the pistol is pretty much shaking the whole time, especially with the juniors, as you can imagine. Now we're definitely seeing some better shots. Some stronger 10s. But most of the ladies are shooting a little bit of an up and down, kind of not very super stable. But for a pistol shooting, this is not too bad, especially for juniors, of course, as they're still getting to know the game, a game that can be played for a long time if you use it wisely. Okay, second series of 5 is done. Let's see where we're at. Slak was in the lead. Now it changed to Prodishvili, but only 0.1 of a difference, so it's basically almost nothing right now, especially as we're only going into the single shots. Prodishvili, Slak, and then fight 0.3 again, very small difference. Agul is over here as well, and then we have this bigger difference that's showing that the finals is kind of cut into 2. It's the first 4 and then the second 4, and now we go into the single shots. It looks like Olga Lepska and Bugur of Turkey are kind of in the red zone. Oh, Manja Slak out into an 8.9. Looks like the single shots got to her nerves a bit. Prodis really took a breath. She's still holding the pistol. You can see that it's moving all around. She finishes in a 9.8. All right, We're seeing some 9s, we're seeing some 8s. There's 110 from Domsic of Hungary. Yeah, definitely the tension got higher as we moved on to single shots, and now the first decision of the 8th place is ahead. 0.3 of a difference between Lepska and Bugur. And Lepska had that green card as well, which could definitely affect the trajectory of the competition. Domsic stays in her lane, 10.8. Lepska 9.1. That's not going to be very helpful in this moment. Prodishvili again last to shoot, and she waited until everybody stopped clapping just to shoot the bullseye. A 10.9. Amazing shot from Prodishvili. And first we say goodbye to Olga Lepska of Ukraine, winning the 8th place, the 16-year-old national champion of Ukraine. This was her first time at the European Championship finals. She still has a long way to go in the junior competition, so I'm sure that she'll be happy with this achievement nevertheless. Agule has been having trouble in the last couple of shots. She's had a couple of these 8s. I think even a 7 at some point. That pushed her down very fast in the rank, which means, yes, the finals of the pistol junior women is a bit forgiving, but it's not a lot, which means you can't really, you can't really do too many mistakes. It's going to push you down, and now Agule is even going to go lower, upping up the difference to 2.2, which is now very hard to overcome for the 14-year-old. This European Championship, I'm sure it's going to be a big experience for the Latvian. She was in the finals in the mixed team event, unfortunately lost from Azerbaijan, and now she's in the individual competition. Her qualification was pretty good. She shot 567. Now she's in the red zone. Shoots a 10.3. If nothing else, going out with a bang, that's always a good way to go. 10.3 for Kristina Agule of Latvia brings her to the 7th place at the European Championship for 10-meter rifle and pistol here in Győr, Hungary, 2024. I think this one is going to be definitely memorable for her. I think I mentioned 100 times already, but Kristina is only 14. So there's definitely more time and at least a few more European championships in the junior category for her. But 2 athletes are out already. 2 young women have left the finals. 6 are here. At the top, we have Prodishvili and Slak, still playing that game in between them, but a nice, comfortable lead for Prodishvili. Domsic, let's say 10.3. She's kind of holding that middle of the rank all the time, and these were some good shots from Buruk and Sindlerova, but Slak and Fight went out into an 8. They're in the 2nd and 3rd position. They might be falling down even more, and Sindlerova climbing up with that 10.7, which is not unusual. When we come to a close-up like this, we can see that everybody is kind of struggling and going through their own battle right now. It's definitely, as all the athletes, most of the athletes, especially the seniors, they say, it's fun. It's fun to shoot. It's fun to do this. But in the middle of the final, it's also very, very hard. And we can see that especially on the juniors because they hide their emotions a bit less than the seniors. 0.4 of a difference between Fait and Bugur. So it's expected. It's a kind of a duel between them for the 6th place. 10.6, what a moment for the Turkish athlete. And it's gonna be a shoot off. And not just between these two ladies, it's gonna be a shoot off between the ladies as Sindarova hit a 8.9 and that put her down into the rank. Shoot off for the 6th place between 3 young ladies. Let's go. 9.6 from Sindarova. Nicely done, Bugur. And out into a 7 for Fait.
And we have a decision. The shot who is not in the middle will lose. And this time, she had not the luck. But so she got a big applause from you. She is representing Italy. A big applause for Alessandra Fait.
6th place to the Italian, Alessandra Fait. She's not going home empty-handed, but she is not going home with an individual medal as well. 3 European Championships in a row, she won a medal with her team or a mixed team medal. Today again, she's winning the silver medal with her team in the team event that comes out of this one and their qualification scores. So this is going to be her 4th European Championship that she goes home with a medal, with the help of her team, of course. 5 are left. Big difference between Pradiashvili and Slak over there at the top, but Domicic had a very strong reaction to this 8, and you can see the tensions are getting higher. Bugur is trying to calm her nerves and calm her heart, but she did have a nice 10 over there. This is a stressful one, I have to say. It's Pradiashvili. And she does look cool, calm, and collected. I don't know if it's the fact that she's going home with the mixed team bronze and the team mixed team gold medal and the team gold medal as well. So she's already got 2 gold medals to her name from this European Championship. And, well, she's heading for her 3rd one. If she can hold this level of focus. And look at that, 3.8 of a difference between Slak and Pradiashvili. It's time for the decision of the 5th place. Domcic and Sindarova are in danger zone. Looks like Bugur wasn't able to calm her nerves as much as she would have wanted. And interestingly enough, Pradiashvili is the one who aims the longest and just surprises us almost every time. 9.7, look at that. That 8.6, unfortunately, was a deciding shot for the national champion of Turkey, Tuğba Bugur, who's this was the first time at the European Championship finals. So a very good achievement, and it looked like it was pretty stressful for her, but the more you do it, I guess, the more you can have the capacity to hold that stress and also do a good job. It looks like they're falling out from A, B, C, D, and now only the last 4 ladies are left. Olivia Domsitz, Mariami Prodiashvili, Victoria Sindlerova, and Manja Slak. Slak is the youngest of all of them, only 17. Domsitz and Prodiashvili are both 20. This is their last moment for the junior medal. Here's Sindlerova, 9.3, some slim 9s going on there. Prodiashvili into a nice 10, but Manja Slak is now trying to come closer to Prodiashvili, even though you can see that the difference is pretty high over here and might be hard to overcome, but so is the difference between Slak and Sindlerova. Next decision is a very big one. Next decision is going to tell us who's going to be on the podium. And it's a duel. It's definitely a duel between Domsitz and Sindlerova. Sindlerova is 18. She still has time in the junior competition, but this is the last time for this Hungarian athlete in the junior European Championship. And there's a lot riding on this shot. She shoots a 9.2. That was the laugh. The laugh was because another shoot-off is about to happen, and it's going to be between Domsitz and Sindlerova. Hungary and Czech Republic. One more time, a real duel this time, and a moment for Slak and Prodiashvili to take a breather. This is a deciding shot for a place on the podium. 9.1, Sindlerova. Can Domsitz shoot this one? And she does, a 10.3. You can see the relief on her face as she shoots this one. Ooh, they've definitely put us on the edge of our seats, haven't they? It's the 4th place for the 18-year-old. She's never been to a European Championship, and she has come here, debuting in the finals and winning the 4th place. I know nobody likes that one, but if you know you're going to have more time in the future, then it might be a little bit easier. But I think Slak can already start celebrating, but not stop focusing, because last year she was 4th in Tallinn, and now she is definitely on the podium. Looks like she is not relaxed just yet, and she shouldn't be. It's not over till it's over. The differences, though, are pretty high between the ladies. But she kept a good roll, hitting those 10s, going even as high as 10.5, but not going too below a 9.0, which is what kept her somewhere at the top 3. It's still pretty stressful, but Prodiashvili has her tempo. She seems simply unfazed by everything that's going on around her. 10.3 for the Georgian. She's got 2 European Championship medals, a team medal and mixed team medal bronze from Tallinn last year. Now she's got a gold medal in the mixed team event and another gold that she's going to get for the team competition, and she is heading down the road for her individual gold in her last year of the junior competition. The decision for the bronze medal is ahead. The difference between Domsitz and Slak is just very high. But nevertheless, there was still chance for a second before Slak shot that 9.4. And Prodiashvili keeps the standard somewhere between a nice firm 10 and a nice firm 9. She has kind of been here all the time, but Olivia Dita Domsic, I think she's going to be very happy with this. She managed to win herself a bronze after that crazy shoot-off that she had as well. And this is a moment to sit down and relax and chat with the coach about everything that just happened, because there was a lot, and there's a lot to cover going on. But as we say, then there were two, and two there are. Miriam Prodiashvili and Manja Slak finally on the podium. She's a very good, calm shooter. And it always seems like she's smiling a little bit when she's aiming. 9.7. I don't know if there is enough to go on to. The difference is pretty high, and Prodiashvili is holding that focus, even though she is aiming for a long time. But she just does this, and it's amazing. And it's a 10.8 from Prodiashvili, just like that, at the peak of the finals. Now the difference is 5.5, which is basically, if nothing happens, nothing really out of the ordinary happens, it's a done deal. But again, as we always say, it's not over till it's over. .5 from Slak. She's going out with a bang, if nothing else. She wasn't able to reach Prodiashvili, who wraps up the final with a 9.6, and finally we get a smile from Mariami Prodiashvili, who's going home with, ladies and gentlemen, a gold medal in the individual competition, a gold from the mixed team event yesterday, and the gold from the team competition. This is just truly amazing for this 20-year-old to wrap up her junior career at this last European Championship for her. Let's not forget Manja Slak, who came back from Tallinn, where she was 4th, came for a redemption and got it. The 17-year-old won a silver medal, and of course a wonderful thing for the Hungarian, as she's on her home ground, to win a bronze medal. Once again, European Championships 10-meter air pistol women junior. Olivia Domsic with the bronze of Hungary, Manja Slak from Slovenia with the silver, and Mariami Prodiashvili with the gold. What an amazing final this was. And the ladies really gave us a show, even though at the end there was a big difference, but it was interesting nevertheless. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll be back. We do still have 2 more finals today to go through. They're going to be a little bit different than what we've had so far. It's the 10-meter air rifle trio, men, junior, at 5:35. Come back to see this format at the European Championship from Győr, Hungary 2024. Thank you.